Pinups, Cool Cats, and Comics on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's up, Cool Cats?
Monday night. We got Teresa back.
Did you miss me?
Obviously, I'm Dennis with Pinups, Cool Cats, and Comics. We had V fill in for you again last week. It was another fun week.
I'm so glad that she filled in for me.
Yeah, we recapped our Salem trip, and
Which I'm really, really sad I didn't get to be a part of.
We'll have to go back there again.
Yes, please.
But New Orleans first.
Please,
We
yes.
gotta redo New Orleans
Yeah.
first.
And you guys still don't know the New Orleans story, so.
Yes, we definitely got to have her on when we share that.
Yeah.
And I also wanted to say that, what did I want to say? We wanted to talk about, what do you have going on?
Why I couldn't make it?
Yeah. Well, I mentioned that you're hardworking, your mother, you go to school.
Yes.
So, are we going to have you the next couple of weeks, or is that a definite? Do we know yet?
Unfortunately, with my school schedule, I'm not going to be here the next 2 weeks. So today's a little tease. Sorry, guys. I'm here for today. I had my class schedule worked where I was there during the day, and then the next 2 weeks I'm going to be there at night.
Okay.
But then after those next 2 weeks, I'm back for good. So
that's great.
you know, assuming all goes to plan, assuming I need a lot of positive energy and good vibes, that I pass all my tests and everything works out the way
you will.
I'm hoping for. Yeah, I'm pretty confident.
And we're going to finish out next week, still with the Halloween theme.
Yes.
Not sure who yet. We're working on a couple of different things. So
some stuff's in mind. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be here.
I have something I really want to happen first, so hopefully that comes through. I'm not going to say anything yet, but that's what we're hoping for.
How was having Jeff on?
Jeff was great. It was great getting some inner workings of a haunted house, which our guest tonight also is going to talk about, Joey Nuccio. But, you know, because everyone walks through and they know what they see, but it was good to hear a little behind-the-scenes stuff, which I'm sure we'll get a lot more of tonight with you, right?
Absolutely.
And there was also some history in that place, because he was saying that I don't know how much it was talked about on there, because we stayed for a while and talked afterwards of possible real hauntings there as well,
Really?
which definitely adds to the
You know,
flavor of it.
it's funny, not to change subject, but, you know, it's kind of the same thing. When I was in my classes, my teacher was bringing up haunted houses.
Right.
And she told me that you don't have to disclose if there was a death in the house.
It's true, you know.
But you have to disclose if the house is haunted.
Yes, but that's very rare, because someone would have to admit it and it would have to be proven somehow.
Well,
but
that
there
was
are
my
cases.
that was
There are
my
some
question.
cases.
I was like, how can that be proven? If your client asks you about a murder, that's concrete. That is something that you have
Right.
proof on. I'm sure it was in the paper. I'm sure, you know, people talk in the neighborhood. But a haunting, that's something you have to believe. How can
Right.
you prove that?
That is interesting.
You know?
I have to look into that a
And I
little
had
bit more.
explained to her
But they did
my
have that
personal
house upstate
feelings.
that they had. It was registered as a haunted house, a legitimate haunted house.
But like,
Of course, I want to buy it.
yes, naturally. But you
And
know,
I did try, but there was so
I
many
consider
bits on it,
myself
I
a very
lost out.
spiritual person. Our first show, I talked about, you know, my ghosts and whatnot. But how can you prove in
Actually,
a
it's
business
interesting.
setting?
Let's save that for a little bit, because I want to give a shout out to the show right before us,
Yes.
Cage of Cyclone. If you're a fight fan of any type of MMA, boxing, whatever, check his show out. He's on right before us, 7 to 8. I also wanted to give a shout out to our friend Paul Bond.
Yes,
Hopefully he's watching.
Paul.
If you don't know Paul, he's one of the best comedians around, and I'm not saying that because I'm friends with him. I'm friends with him because I felt that way. I
Paul
went out
is
of my way
wet your
to-
pants funny.
He is.
He
He's
is
very,
funny.
very. You know Paul?
Yeah, no Paul.
Great guy, right?
Yeah.
Really good guy, you know, and we all know how I feel about cats, and him and his wife do such amazing things.
He does. Yeah, I was going to bring that up too. He does a lot saving
Such amazing
cats.
things.
And there's an old saying: if you, those who can't do teach. Well, he's a rare exception because he can do both. If you want to learn comedy, again, I took the course at the brokerage in Belmore, and those guys were excellent. Rich Walker, and who I just did a show with Rich Walker.
that I-
Very funny guy. Those guys.
Rich
If you
Walker.
want to learn how to write and do stuff like that, I would definitely suggest taking stand-up university at the brokerage with those guys. Once you're moving on and you want to do one-to-ones, and I'm sure there's a lot of good guys out there, but personally, my favorite's Paul Bond, because he listens to you and does he act
Paul cares.
for you in your voice.
Paul
He
cares.
doesn't say, this is how I would do it. He's like, this is how you should do it. and
Well, I went
makes
to
it
those
work to you.
classes before Dennis and I started the show. I went to one just to see how I could, as someone that isn't a comedian or looking to do stand-up, communicate with Dennis and other stand-ups, other comics that we have on the show. And he was very impressive. And as I watched him with the other students, he cares.
And he
You're
changes
right.
to
And
each one.
he absolutely adapts
Right.
to each person, which was impressive.
I'm very excited because next Thursday I'll be training with him again.
I'm not jealous or anything.
But
I don't work Thursdays anymore, so if I ever wanted to go back,
Oh, well, if you can, maybe we'll see if we could. Do you want to go Thursday? I'll see if there's a spot.
yeah, find out if there's a spot.
But yeah, before we get into the actual show itself, let's go through our sponsor. And of course, it's our favorite, Kayla Logistics and Frank Zambuto. So let me just
The
read through this
fave.
real quick. Kayla Logistics, where your business is our priority. Moving products you use every day across the country and around the world. Contact Frank Zambuto for all your domestic and international logistic projects. Frank has over 20 years experience working with many name brand companies in the apparel, cosmetic, as seen on TV, and electronic industries. For trucking, air, and ocean cargo on all 7 continents, all you need is one solution. To all Cool Cat listeners, just mention our show and Frank will offer a free course in transit time analysis for all your cargo. When cost and time matter, we deliver. Frank Zambuto and Kayla Logistics, where your business is our priority. And you can reach him direct at 347-536-3933. And you know Frank as well. And
Love Frank.
he's the best. I mean, he's very, very hard, dedicated worker.
Very dedicated.
Without getting into too much stuff, if he wants to discuss his personal life, he can. But he just canceled the big trip for business. It's business first with him.
Yep.
If you were worried about your business,
He's another person that
he's going to
truly
put that
cares.
first over anything.
Yep.
He's taking phone calls at 3 in the morning because, again, when you're dealing with companies all over the world, obviously they're not all on Eastern Standard Time.
Right.
So he works on their schedule for your business
He is
to get
a
it done right.
true businessman. Really. I mean, Frank's so impressive.
I learned a lot from him, and I plan on learning
And he's
some more
good
from him.
energy.
Yes.
You know, he's just a good person.
So call Frank.
Getting a
Kayla
good deal,
Logistics.
Frank.
And that's our sponsor. We're going to be getting some of the sponsors back next month. We'll get into that more later.
Yeah.
Like not today, but another time. But let's give it up for Joey. Here we go.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I love it.
Our pleasure.
So you're also an actor in a haunted house.
Yes, I'm an actor in the Chamber
Chamber
of
of
Horrors.
Horrors, which-
Over in Hauppauge on
Right.
Matt Giuliani's. It's over there by Play Like a Pro. It's on the 1745 Expressway Drive in Hauppauge. That's Expressway Drive North. And we convert that into a haunted house.
Yeah, I got to see some of the inner workings of that. I'm friends with Robert Frankenberg
Right,
and some
right.
of those guys, and he was looking for help. And one Sunday I went over and started helping
Yeah,
him
help
set up
it
the
out.
walls and stuff. And man, let me tell you something. There's a lot that goes into that. I thought
Absolutely.
it was going to be a one-day thing. They were working for days before and
Weeks.
weeks after
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
So even though I did a whole day there, it was a little drop in the bucket.
Well, you
of
know
how
what
much
it
work
is.
they
You
put
know what
into
it is that what we do is we offer a brand new 3-attraction haunt every year. It's not the same haunt.
Right.
We change it up every year, and every year it gets better and better. I mean, last year, NewYorkHauntedHouses.com voted us #1 in New York State. This
That-
year,
that's a big deal.
That's
oh
a big
yeah,
deal, yeah.
FrightFarm.com for this year, #1 New York 2018. So we stand, pretty much right up there with the best haunts in the country, and we take pride in it. Our staff and all.
And you should. I mean,
Yeah,
there's a lot of work that
absolutely.
goes into that.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're doing some things coming up, which is really interesting. This Thursday, not only the people that have been visiting the haunt, that they go through and see all the attractions and all the animatronics and everything else. We do a thing called Kill the Lights. We're doing it one day only. What we do, this is
I
funny.
haven't been to one of
What?
those yet,
What
but
is
I know
this?
what they are. I want to
Yeah,
go.
this is funny.
I'm nervous.
You're going to walk through the haunt. Now, people that have gone to the haunt a couple of times this year, they think they know the route. You go backwards. Inside the haunt, it's pitch black, and all you have in your group is one glow stick. And you walk through it.
I would
and
hate
all,
it.
and all our little
love
friends
it.
are going to be
would
inside
love
there.
it.
They'll be sitting there, and you never know when we're going to come out. And you have that one glow stick, and if you lose that glow stick, you're in trouble.
Oh.
But I'll be that this Thursday night. We're also going to offer on Sunday. We're going to be presenting an afternoon for special needs individuals from 3 to 5. What we're doing is it's going to be all the proceeds, $5 to get in. All the proceeds are going to go to charity. the entire staff is donating their time to go do this, and it's going to go to charity. And it's for
That's
special needs,
awesome.
individuals themselves. They go in and enjoy it under the supervision of us, and it won't be as extreme as we would do, and
Right.
we'll guide them through. But it offers them a chance to experience this too.
Yeah.
And
Well, once we get out of here, well,
What?
with everything,
Yeah.
everything you're promoting right now, please send it to me
Oh,
through
absolutely.
Facebook because I
Yeah,
want to promote
please.
this.
Oh, beautiful. Wednesday, October 31st, Halloween. Full contact.
Nice.
So
Oh my God.
you have to.
That's old school.
You're going to have to sign probably a waiver.
Yes.
And what's going to happen is that we're going to be able to touch you.
But they touch
Respectfully.
you?
No, you can't touch us, but we
So
can touch
like,
you.
what if my natural reaction was to like punch somebody? I couldn't do that.
We don't want you to do that.
But,
Well-
but what if what if I didn't even realize it just happened?
We're pretty much trained to,
To dodge.
to dodge and duck like that. But no, we don't want you to punch us. We don't want you to get scared. What we're going to do is we'll guide you in, or might say, come with us this way, or do stuff like that. Only certain individuals are going to be able to do that. And you'll be walking through the horn. So, somebody might say, come up this way and guide you a little bit, or scare you a little bit, or maybe touch your hair when you don't least expect it, breathe down your neck and all.
We discussed this with Jeff last week too, and I'm sure it happens all the time where someone just throws a hand back or something that flips out.
Oh,
and you
one
get-
year I got hit in the
Yeah,
nose,
yeah.
and I stayed in character. Like the person was, "Are you okay?" I go, "What are you gonna do? You try to stay in character, but
You
How do you
it
stay in
happens.
character for
In
that?
a way, it's a good thing because you scared
Yeah,
out.
Yeah,
scared.
that's for sure.
We have people. Yeah, we get a little intense. We have people sometimes crying. There's some people just say, "I don't want to go through no more. That's it. Take me out of here." And we'll gently escort
I was
them
going to
out.
ask you those questions
Yeah.
too, because
Yeah.
he brought up there's people that won't go through, there's people that cry. You also talked about code yellow, code brown, and code green.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So if you don't know what they are, I'll let him
Yeah.
explain it.
Well, it all depends on the type of person you have going through in different areas. We have a code word in case there's a problem going on there. I had one lady, she was so scared. She was cowering in the corner. She went to my section, and when she got to the next room, she started going, I seen the light. I was going towards the light. You try to keep a straight face, but she was scared.
I'm really jumpy. I love Halloween. I love spooky things at the way that I like them. I hate like jump scares. Dennis has witnessed this.
Yes.
I went to one haunted house with you in Salem.
Right. Jessica was the brave one that went to the
I
really
was
scary
not
one.
brave. I was not brave, and I won't even deny that. But I went to one when I was like 18 years old with two of my friends, two of the girls that they both were the same height, and they came to here. And I was a tall one, so they like latched onto me for everything, and it was a nightmare. I had
We have to
one-
pry people apart because
Sure.
I have a section that I have to go through. It's a little rotating sphere that they got to go through, and they want to all go through together, and I have to like pry them apart. No, you can't fit in there.
I
It's
was
too
grabbing
funny.
onto his jacket.
She
I
was
was
buried in the back.
terrified.
Jessica was
Oh.
buried in the back of my jacket. She was on the side of it. But I give it Jessica credit for going through the
She
really
tr-
scary
yeah.
haunted house. But then again, she did scream when the floor changed levels. There was a piece of plywood she stepped up and
Oh,
screamed.
well, it's
Yeah, but
funny.
her defense, like you're like amped for it.
Absolutely.
You know, like
People come in. I have my character is it's not jump scare. I love jump scares, but mine is more of an intimidating, make you feel very, very nervous and scared.
see, I think I could handle that better.
No, I have.
Oh.
Last year I was a character that to this day people are asking is the person that I'm portraying in there, because I had people actually walk out, get scared, crying. I will walk up to you and intimidate you with my makeup on, but I'll be sitting there looking at you like this, saying.
So the
"What I
creepy
like to
scares,
do."
I think, are the best.
That's it, because now you're
See,
getting into their subconscious, and
The
they
jump
are-
scares are always
yeah.
fun. And
Now,
great
now,
stuff.
now,
The creepy
now
ones are
I'm
the
going
ones
to
that
set
last.
you up for what you don't know what's coming next. I'm the greeter from Carnage. We have three ones. We have Dead and Breakfast, a room. Then we have Industrial Laughter. But the next one is where I'm the henchman for Father. I'm setting you up for Father.
Oh my God.
And when I set you in there, I already gave you the thing that what are they going to do to me? And now you're anticipating because this creepy guy in the front just pushed me through a cylinder, and I don't know what's going to happen next.
Oh.
and I'm not telling you.
Oh.
You'll have to come down and see.
I wouldn't be able to handle that.
We
at
have to do
all.
that. We have to. Come on, we should go.
I would.
I would
We'll
love
get,
it.
what if Jessica comes?
You know what I did? So when I went with my two friends that were shorter than me, we went through 3 different. It was Bayville when we went, and the haunted house one, I had my eyes closed the whole time. I didn't open my eyes once. I just followed my. I just like. I
So-
swear.
so
I just
you were a
followed my
blind
friends.
person going through it.
Absolutely, and I still got scared. I opened my eyes once, and it was to like a Chainsaw Massacre-esque
Right.
kind of thing, and I was like, nope, shut my eyes again. Then we went to. I'm not afraid of clowns at all. The creepiest clown that I could walk out of my car at midnight with a clown there, and I'd be like, what's up? Like, I am not afraid of clowns. My two friends were. So we were in the one with the clowns. This is like 10 years ago.
Right.
And my friend hit the floor, fetal position, and all of a sudden all these clowns just swarmed around
go.
her.
My son won't go for one.
And
for clowns
I
no more.
remember being like, really? And like, which was funny that I was judging her because I was terrified in the other one, but I like grabbed her out of all these clowns and like pushed her towards the exit.
See, I wish I could get that experience because I went to get scared at these since I was young, and it just never got to me. But from when I was young, I also loved horror movies. I always watched them. To me, it's like just like with a horror movie, like, okay, this is where the thing's going to come out, and
Right.
sure enough, the thing comes out. It's the same when I'm walking to the haunted house. You can almost feel it I could almost feel it right before it happens.
But see,
Right.
I agree
'Cause
with
you're
you, and
anticipating
but
it.
see,
Right.
I still get scared with that anticipation. You ask anybody I've ever worked with at another bar, they used to love scaring me. They'd make games out of it because I get scared like that.
I don't know how much you looked in the haunted house, but like, especially when something does jump out, I don't want the smile go, oh, cool, I like that.
you
That's
go.
awesome. I like that makeup. I like that.
Well,
I
my,
looked down
prop.
a lot. When we went in Salem, I
Yeah.
was like,
my son won't go into clown one or my haunt because at 5 years old I had him see it when he was a kid, the original one, and that ruined him for life. He
I
doesn't like
snuck in the
clowns at
movies.
all.
I'm
Funny
going to show my
story.
age a little bit here, but I snuck in the movies. I was underage, and I went to see Nightmare on Elm Street, and I thought it was the best thing. I loved them. Before I was 18, I saw every horror movie in the video store down the street.
I actually met Robin England.
I'd love to
from
meet
a-
him. He's great. That's
funny. He's
still
funny.
one of my favorite horror movie guys,
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger.
yeah.
I think my scariest one was one time I was in Patchogue and I went to see The Exorcist, and I walked out of the theater and there was a church that was right next door that looked just like the church that
Oh,
was in
that's
there.
great.
So that was started us. I get home now. You remember the attic, the little noises
Yeah.
and all. I go home. I guess my oil burner must have had a little air in the pipes. It was starting to make the same noise.
Right.
And here I am holding on to my bed saying, "This better not start shaking because I'm out of here."
See, I always loved that stuff. I love real haunted stuff. I try to go out of my way to find it on vacations, as you know.
But real haunted stuff for me, I can handle. Like the
See,
idea
that
of ghosts
that,
and haunted
realistically, that
stuff.
should scare you more, a real haunting over something that you know is...
People are
Fake.
evil, though.
Have you gone to Katie's,
Well-
Smithtown?
No. Yes, I have. I haven't been there in a long time, but I know
Go
they...
see
they
Brian
had,
because I used to DJ.
I didn't
over
realize
there.
it when I was there. I found out after the
Oh,
fact.
we were
that
we were
they're
upstairs,
haunted.
and then we walked downstairs, and it's
Like
supposed to
how
be.
haunted?
Pretty good.
It's definitely this guy named. It's supposed to be the haunting is a person named Charlie. He was a homeless drunk that got hit by a car outside. But what happens is wine glasses get knocked over for no reason. We were downstairs setting up for something, and you heard pool balls being hit out upstairs. And we got up there. There was nobody else because it was locked. So I witnessed
Well,
some
you
of
got
the
these
stuff
things
there.
too in Cassidy's and Billiards.
Cassie's Billiards, we actually saw on camera. One of our regulars had passed away, and about a week later, the manager was looking at the cameras, and all of a sudden he saw like a person in the bar,
Oh.
and he like went to check at this customer's seat,
Yeah.
and he went to check and to kick him out because it was after hours,
Right.
and no one was there.
Yeah, it's they're out
See,
there.
I love that
I
stuff.
believe in that.
But I mentioned it before it gets too far away, the codes. Code yellow is when someone
Yeah, I missed
pees
that.
themselves.
Right. Oh,
I had a
with-
feeling that.
Code brown is when someone shits themselves, and code green is when someone
So that
pukes.
stuff actually happens.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Well, when I did
ha-
the review,
I
I
had-
actually used to go around with my friend
Peeing, I
If we
understand.
saw that people would cry and can't get through, or actually did crap themselves, we would go out of our way to go there. Like, this one's got to be good, and it was the same
We've
thing.
had
We
a
didn't
couple
laugh
of
and
yellow
go, "Wow,
ones.
that's cool."
We had a couple of yellow ones. Me, I
That I
had.
can see, because a lot of
That
people
I
get
could
drunk before they go
see.
in,
Oh.
and people do get
But
scared.
not even that. Like if I need to go to the bathroom and you just tap me on the shoulder, I'm like, you know, like it happens.
You
so
see
I
people
can
when you see them walking
imagine-
tightly, you know something's wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
the
had-
other ones.
Oh, I've never had nobody get sick. I've had people pass away because they got scared. I had this week alone. I had 17 people in tears before they passed by me.
Oh my God.
And I walk at children. I go, I don't like children. Like that. Some of
Children
it-
come?
Oh yeah, parents want to like definitely make their kids, you know,
I started young.
I would
psychopaths
never
by
do
the
that to
time.
my daughter.
And it's funny, I'd be the one helping my sisters through. They were the older ones.
I
I'm like,
want-
come on, let's go.
I want pushing this on. No, you going first by yourself. I said, what about you? He's pushing his son in there.
Well, see, the funny thing, and I
It's like
brought this
throwing
up
them
with
in the
Jeff last
fire.
week,
I would never do that.
I don't want to give too many haunted house secrets away, because I do know some of them. But one I will tell you, go first if you're scared. People don't understand that.
Yeah.
If you go first, you're the trigger. You're the one, here they come, and it's not you they're going to go after, it's the one behind you or the one in the back.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. Not all the time. And people do specifically go
Oh, yeah.
change it up because people get ready for it. But everyone's like, oh, I'm going last, I'm going last. Last is probably the worst place to be.
I
Because
watch-
you're the one that's going to get grabbed from behind,
Yep.
separated from your group.
I watch some of the people, and like I said, I know the ones that sitting there like they're there. Those are the ones I'm gonna point out.
Yeah.
In there.
Well,
So,
that's that. Like my friend that was afraid of clowns. Like the second she like had a little bit of an overreaction, even before she hit the floor. I mean, they targeted her.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
totally
absolutely.
targeted her. See, that's why I keep
Absolutely.
my eyes closed. Nobody knows.
That's right. V just pointed out we were at the Pirates Bash a couple of years ago at Katie's. But I forgot at that time, too, that they were known for being a haunted bar. She also said we could be brothers. She wants to see me get scared.
Oh, we can manage that.
I feel like you getting scared would be.
I love
difficult.
it. Honestly, I would love it.
You know what?
Because I brought this up with him last week too. I don't get, like, people go there to start fights or be confrontational, or now we hear they're doing the stupid dances, the Fortnite dances, walking through.
Yeah, a couple
You're
of them
going
did that.
there for a reason, to
Yeah.
go get scared.
Right.
Why not just enjoy the moment?
A lot of people don't. They sit there. They try to be tough.
Because it's
Yeah.
They want
trendy.
to sit
Yeah.
there. They want to sit there and show their. And I love the most toughest person that tries to go through. I hear them scared and scream in
Yeah.
the other rooms, because you know what? You're gonna sit there and be so visual to just be this tough person. Then all of a sudden you're not knowing what's going on around you, because you're so sitting there. They think you're macho. Then all of a sudden we come out of the side and there goes your machoism right out.
I see some new people too this week, and I don't know if you guys caught last week. I'll tell a couple of times I probably would have gotten it had they done it to me. One was I think it was a Dark Side Haunted House. It was outside.
Outside,
went into
yeah.
the paintball stuff.
Right.
So it was a really cool setup. It was
Right.
nice and dark. And I went in line to pay tickets, and I actually looked at this troll thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really small thing with a long top hat. And I was like, and I actually pointed. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I went to pay, and I looked at it again. I'm like, and I walked away. My next friend went up, and the thing went after him, and it looked so fake.
Yeah.
That I didn't think somebody was in there. So if that charged at me, it might have gotten me, because I really didn't think
We did-
anybody was in there.
Really.
We did a Christmas one time like that, and I was I've had a teddy bear outfit. Actually, it was Ted. It was
Right.
so I put a different scary face on, but I covered myself with a whole bunch of stuffed animals. And they came by. All of a sudden, one person went by. I got the middle person. I just jumped out, so I chased them.
That's
This
great.
giant teddy bear is going after you.
The other one that probably would have got me, because it was kind of really dangerous walking through. We went camping in New Jersey. So now there's this pitch black campground with a trail that we had to walk through,
Right.
that you easily could slip and fall down like the side of the
Right.
mountain. And, if I see kids try to scare me, I always jump and play along with them.
Right.
Some
Right.
kids were doing it. Some of the haunts were really good. And then all of a sudden, this kid ran up to me and goes, "Mister, can you help me? My friend fell. I think he twisted his ankle. He might have broken it."
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, okay. And they're like, no, really, really. And I look down and I see this kid. He's holding his ankle. He's down at the bottom of one of these things that you easily could have fell down. So I look down. I'm like, he might really be hurt. Let's go help him. Like, you go help him. I'm like, all right, all my tough friends are like, you go. So they're all like looking down as I go down there. I'm like, you're right. I'm like, don't move it too much. Let me see it. And as I went to grab his ankle, behind me I heard the start of a chainsaw and screams. Somebody, as all my friends were going like this, watching me be the tough guy, someone came behind them, started the
Chainsaw.
chainsaw right behind
There
them,
you
scared the
go.
hell out of all of them. So if he came at
Misdirection.
me, he might have got me, because I really
That's
thought
it.
These kids, I hope they're actors right now. I really do.
Yeah.
'Cause They sold the shit out of
Really?
it. It was so realistic that this kid was hurt.
That's too funny.
So-
Yes, I did chainsaw one time in a haunt that was out in the woods. I covered myself with leaves. I had the chainsaw in there when he came by. I just started up and jumped out. And it's like, it had a little
How do
springboard.
those work? Are they real chainsaws?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be battery packed and all like that. They're real
Or they could
chainsaws.
be real with no blade on it.
Okay.
It's not like they're really going to cut. you.
Well, no,
It's
I
just,
know
you
that,
it's just-
but
Well,
but
we won't
it's just
cut
the
you
motor,
yet.
the sound
I'd
of the,
hope.
you know.
We only cut you until we get to know
Yeah.
you first.
But yeah, I like the more realistic it is, the better it is. But I've been cursed out by actors and everything because
Oh.
they couldn't get me, and I'm like, look, I'm trying. I'm sorry.
I'm trying.
Trying to get scared.
See, if I can't get you on a scare, I want to intimidate you.
See, I love that too, and that was the one
And
girl that
that's
told
where
me
I
to
get
dick.
you.
Actually, the same thing happened in two different places. One was Great Adventure, where they had the Fright Fest.
Yeah,
and
that's
one
not
was
that
at the
scary,
Dark Side
though.
one. It was the creepy girl bride thing just
Right.
walking at me, and I just thought it was the coolest thing. She got up to me, she thought I was playing it off.
Right.
But as she got up to me, I'm like, "That's awesome." I looked at makeup, she's like, "Dick," she walked away, and she was mad because I didn't get scared. Then she turned around, and saw one of my friends started walking at him, and she actually did chase him down. He's another big tough guy, but. You know, he thought it was funny. He's like, all right, get away, all right,
That's
enough,
it.
and then he ran.
You know what? The worst part is that a person doesn't like is when you're right up in their face. And I have a good way where I don't blink. I could sit there and I could stare you right down, but I'll be right here, and I'm breathing hot air on you, and now you're caught in a corner. You have no place to go. It's going to get to you eventually. It's going to tick you off, or you're going to get very scared.
Can I ask you a weird question?
Sure.
If you're getting that close to me with your breath, do you eat something really gross before? So
I
you
use
get breath?
sometimes I have a
Right?
little garlic.
Yeah,
there.
why
It depends
not?
on my
I
character.
feel like if you have nice minty breath, it's going to break.
Oh no, yeah, 'cause I
Break
had
the
somebody says
character.
I had mince one time. Go, oh, your breath smells so great.
Yeah, right?
Nah, sometimes I eat a garlic pizza maybe. That'll get
Garlic
you.
and onions, right?
Yeah, that's it. That'll work.
I like because I would scare people just for fun, and I really one year I'm gonna have an October free where I could be an actor. But I like when you sneak up behind, you just whisper.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, the
Yeah,
intimidation.
the
just sit there.
if you don't see that, not in their
No.
face, just come right behind,
Right behind
because
them.
out of
Yeah.
nowhere, all of a sudden you hear a voice, and it's like,
Yep.
whoa, where'd that come from?
That's
For a big guy, I move really quiet.
there you go.
When I worked at cable, I used to scare the hell out of people just because I'd walk in the room, they didn't even hear me. With my tube belt to my size,
That's it.
I'd be working, they'd turn around, ah! I'm like, sorry, boo. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
That's too funny.
Like, how do you move so quick? I don't know.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it with the Chamber Horrors 8 years, but I've been acting on and off in different places since I was a kid.
Oh, yeah?
I started acting because I also did a lot of stage musicals. I worked on that. Yeah, I was doing a couple summer stuff for Broadway. I did Sweeney
cool.
Todd and I did Grease. I was in the ensemble cast.
Oh,
of
very
that.
cool.
So I've been acting, I think, since about 12 years old on up.
That's
in
awesome.
between the whole years.
What kind of stuff did you do for Sweeney Todd? I was just watching.
I was
that
just in the
other day.
ensemble cast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think if I'm not remembering, I think I got my throat cut and I went down to shoot at one part. So
Do you
That's
have a
awesome.
go-to character for the haunted houses that you like to do?
I'm pretty versatile. Whatever they want. I could be a zombie, or I could be like I said. I was
I would make an excellent
I was
zombie.
a real life
You
character
should
last
become
year.
an actor. In one.
I would if I was an actor in one, it'd probably, I don't mean to interrupt you,
No,
but
no,
it'd
no,
probably
no.
break my fear of like the
You
jump
might
scares
know.
and
Or
stuff.
you might just get
But
scared.
because
of
I'm like a zombie all the time anyway without caffeine, I'd be an excellent
I look at it.
zombie.
I told my cast that we always sit there. We go, we're damn to go to hell. I said because, but I said, but
People
all
are
these.
paying for it though. It's
Yeah,
not like,
so we're gonna be with them because they're paying for it,
Yeah.
and we're doing this to them. I mean, we sometimes we really get somebody scared, and they have to be walked out because they are nerve wracked. But I like doing that. Like last year, I had a character that was a real life serial killer, but he was never convicted, and people actually knew he was a PD officer. I'm not going to say the name or anything, but I had this guy so down packed that was quoting real quotes from him, that some of his friends that worked in the police station, they recognized the character right away, and to this day, people said.
Remind me after. I think I know who you're talking about.
People come to me and they go to my friends. They say, "Hey, is the police officer going to be in the haunt?"
Oh my god.
So our thing is, well, he's kind of there, but in a different capacity now. that'll be me.
I think when it's something real, it adds to it too. Because
I agree.
Yeah.
Now it's something that did happen.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not even imaginary anymore. It's like, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
This guy was a little different. And like I said, some of the people, I really used a lot of his quotes in there. And a couple of people got a little ticked off at it, the way I was talking to their girlfriends and all.
Oh my god.
People
But
just
again,
walk-
you got to kind of.
it's part of the
gotta
act.
go with the flow. I mean, sometimes
Yeah.
you can go too
Yeah,
far.
some
I've seen
people
actors
don't
go too
understand
far.
that.
Yeah, no, you
know?
have parameters. You should have parameters where you don't go too far. You know, you get a feel of it. You know, and then if you do, then you tone it back a little.
Yeah.
And you know it by the second time you're going through the first week, you should have it down what you're going to do and
Right.
how you're going to do it. If you had enough people that you practiced on, that's basically. But like it says, some people they get a little, like you were saying, you're going in there for a haunt.
Right.
You're going there, you know what's happening. You have to expect this.
Right.
Don't get upset if somebody scares you a certain way or tells you a certain thing. This is what you paid for.
Right.
We're
Right.
doing our job.
Yeah, I
feel like
brought
people
last
forget
week too
that.
when I went with Rooney and a bunch of people. We went to the city with this. It was one of those actors could touch you, all bets are off type thing. But they had one of the girls who were with. They just surrounded her and had her petrified, curled up, crying for a long time.
Right.
And it was like we were like, all right, you're done, you
Right.
got her. Let's move on. We're not going to sit in this room for the whole night.
Right.
Yeah.
Screaming at her.
We don't have
And
time
they
to do
they
that.
didn't want to break character, so we went over and walked between like, you're done now, okay? And then they were like, oh, wait, oh. And I was like, no, come on. You've been there for a minute already. That's
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah,
You don't
we
stay
try to
on
get them
somebody.
through really
Yeah.
quick, but not so much. We want you to enjoy the horn.
Yeah.
Usually lasts anywhere between 25 to 30 minutes to go through the whole 3. But we try to bring you in, like my section, I try to get you through every 5 seconds. This way you have a nice flow. You know, if I can't scare you in 5 to 10 seconds, it's not going to work anyway.
I can't
And
believe for all 3 it's only like 25 minutes. I feel like it would be like
goes long.
it'd feel like
It's
a
nice.
year for me.
Well, when you're running through the whole thing.
Well, that's what happens. A lot of people get scared, and they all of a sudden they're backing off. So now you get a few other people come in. Now you got a group there, so we have to
So
keep the
I
flow
like
going.
to savor in the room sometimes. I look around and I like to
There you go.
take a look at
Yes.
the work they put into just setting up the whole decor. So.
We make you
I
part
definitely
of it.
appreciate the work that goes into it
Yeah.
because I do know it's
I
a
had no
lot.
idea
There's a
how
lot
much
of
it was till, like-
creativity behind it.
Yeah. The makeup and all that takes a long time. We have a great makeup artist, Adam. He does good, and we just try to do the best we can, and give you your money's worth.
That's awesome.
Now, before I forget, we got some gifts. Do you have yours with you? Or you left it
I
outside?
put mine in my purse. I put everything in my purse.
I'm sure you can see that, right? Yeah.
Thank you
There
so
go.
much.
Thank
Oh,
you
you're
for the
welcome.
gifts.
Very, very cool.
Now, I know you do things other. We covered Halloween stuff, and because we're not that close to running out of time, but we are getting along in the show. He does a lot more than just scare the hell out of people, and I want to get into that for a little
Let's
while
break
too.
from the fear right now.
Yeah.
Let's go on
we
to
go
other,
into-
other
Let's go into some
holidays
real life
and
horrors.
other-
Let's start
Let's
right
go on
at
a
the
happy
beginning.
thing.
Well, not really happy. Let's start at because you were there at 9/11.
Yes,
Oh, well.
yes, I was. I got there about 3 hours after the collapse, and I just started working on, some of the workers and volunteers and the first responders that were there. I started doing. I'm a nurse. I'm also a medic. I'm a retired volunteer fireman. I'm disabled now, and I got there and I just started working, taking care of whatever I could. We got into the night around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. It started slowing down. The guy that originally set up the area, he just lost it and just says, "You take care of this and run." I had no idea where I was.
Wow.
I lost all concept of where. All I know, there was a big pile that was across the street. That's where I was at Stuyvesant High School, and I had a representative from the OEM come up, and they asked who was in charge, and these 4 nurses from Boston that came down pointed to me.
Huh.
I was like, I'm just a regular worker. But he asked me what I could do with this section. He had all these volunteers. So I said, let's see what I could do. And I made the high school a mini ER. I had doctors and EMTs and nurses from St. Vincent, from Sloan Kettering, from all different hospitals. And what I did was I had a respiratory unit, a cardiac unit. I had different gurney sections all the way down the hallways, and I made it a running ER. And we kept that there for the first week. And then after that, FEMA came in and took over. Then I started working the pile for a couple of months. And after I had lost one of my friends, he was my sponsor when I first joined the fire department in 1976. And he was in Rescue 3. His name was Gerard Strang. And I decided, after they found him and all, I couldn't go back there anymore. It was reality struck. When I was down there, I just was like a robot. I knew what was going on, but you put it in the back of my mind and took care of the people that were there and helped them out as best we could.
See, I know, even though it was a horrific thing, there were good things come out of it. Like, you got to see the good side of people that just threw their lives away to go in and do whatever. I mean, the firemen that went in there were told, get out, it's too late, and they still were running up the stairs trying to save people. The cops were still going in. Everybody remembers them. But I feel that people forget that night, the day after, the people like you who went down there and didn't care what was going to happen. They weren't thinking, wow, is this asbestos? Is this going to kill us? You didn't care. You just went there and you did what you had to do to try to save anybody else that was left.
Right.
Or
there was a lot of unity going on. I left for a couple hours on Friday morning, and I got pulled out by an ambulance to go. I had to go home for a little bit and come right back. But I had all these people who had signs calling us this, heroes, everything, and we didn't feel like that. We were workers. The heroes were the ones that we lost there. And when we got, when I came back working, the pile and all, we didn't care. We just wanted to put to rest people, that were looking for their loved ones and all. We just kept doing what we had to do. We were like machines.
Right.
We didn't really, we put our emotions back. When I hit me was when I got on the train and I got off and I saw my family, and then all the emotions came back, and then you realize what happens. Right. But the unity that the city had back then, from all New Yorkers and all, was unprecedented. And I wish we could get that back.
Yeah.
That's
unfortunately, it takes a tragedy to get something like that, because the longer we are away, we start, I feel we're spoiled and entitled, and we start just taking everything for granted and start fighting over the stupidest things.
And worrying about the stupidest things.
Yeah. And we make big deals over nothing. When something like that, I mean, that was a real life horror story.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The people that went there were just going to work that day.
That's it.
That's all they were doing.
I belong to a brotherhood of firemen called the Riders of Fire Motorcycle Club, and we do a lot of charity events, and we give all the proceeds to the Burn Center, to the Firemen's Home upstate New York, and we take care of all those people through our organization, and they have their stories too. Every one of us, have a story of through our lives of fighting fires and everything else, different tragedies and all. And it stays in how.
Thank you for all the work that you do, and I continue to do, because that's not all you've done for charity. You're still continuing charity.
Yeah. Please move on to happy things.
Now we go for some nice things.
Yes, please.
Well, let's see. Well, I told you about. I've been DJing for over 30 years. I do karaoke and DJing on Friday nights at a place called Good Times.
It's only Friday.
Just
I was
Fridays.
Say we should go, but she works on Friday night.
Yeah, well, I do some Saturdays at another place called Shenanigans Cafe on Hawkins Avenue in Ronkonkoma. I do every other Saturday over there, so I post that on my my Facebook page so people know, and we have fun. We just sit there and sing a few songs. But I've been doing that, and for the last 25 years, I've been try to get to the story of what it is. I was taking care of my mom, and she's my inspiration for doing this. They gave her 6 months to live, and she was on a ventilator. And when she died she lasted 7.5 years first. Wow. By taking her home. We did home care for her, and she died on Christmas Day, and this was it was going back around 26, 27 years ago. And what I did was we had hard times we hit, and it's kind of emotional to talk about. But I wind up one year, it was with all the taking care of her and all, we hit really rock bottom. And I had somebody come and help me and my family out. I didn't want it because I'm a proud person,
Yeah.
but they wanted to push it. I made a promise to them that when I get semi on my feet again and all, I would do something for a sick child. So for the last, this is my 25th year, what I do is I pick out a handicap or a sick child, and I go and find out what they want on their Christmas list. Anything and everything, what they want. I go there and do donations to all my friends and relatives and people that come to the barn, or I collect money and I get them everything on their list, and I go there on Christmas Eve dressed as Santa. And I give them a Christmas they don't forget.
Oh, I love that.
Now, since I definitely want you to post that too, because especially with some of the listeners and friends that we have, I'm sure we could get you some gifts to give away.
Yeah,
Oh.
I love
Definitely get you
that.
some gifts
That's
to give away.
beautiful. That is really a beautiful thing that you do.
It's something. It's like my legacy. Like I said, this is my 25th and probably last year doing it to this extent. I will still portray Santa and go in a smaller version to a child and bring them a couple of presents like that, but not to the extent that I'm doing now because of health reasons. And I have now my own grandson first year, so I'm going to be devoting a lot of time to that too.
What does it feel like when you see the look on these children's faces when you're Santa?
I remember the first year that we did it, and we walked out there. It was euphoric. I tell you, little things happen. Remember we talked about ghosts and goblins and things like that. I believe that we have spirits and Christmas spirits.
Absolutely.
I think one of them would be my mom. She tends to make things happen at Christmas time. Items that I could never find, all of a sudden they suddenly show up, and I'm able to get them. For me to be able to do this for 25 years, that takes a lot, and I'm able to always hit my mark. One year, I remember we did, I have a picture of me dressed as Santa, and I went to the cemetery, and I asked, I had laid a wreath down on my mom and dad's grave, and I asked, I said, if you could do anything, can you please make it snow tonight? And, you know, we did an interview for Channel 12 News that evening. And as soon as the interview started, my friend came in and says, Joey, it's snowing outside.
Wow.
It snowed for an hour and a half while the interview, and we went to visit the child. And when I finished, it stopped snowing. Came back.
That's amazing.
It was so weird.
That's amazing.
Things like that. I remember, you know, a few other things happening throughout the years. It's just she makes her presence known, and that's what keeps me going.
See, that's what's great about children, and we kind of lose as adults because everything's real if you believe in it.
Absolutely.
And we kind of lose that. And if you look at any religion or no matter what you believe in, if you don't believe in it, it doesn't happen. Nothing's going to work for you. But if you believe in it, you can feel that Christmas spirit, and miracles like that can happen.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's really funny that we had, I had one family, and I love this family. They had 10 handicapped children that lived in the house that they adopted as their own.
Oh, wow.
And I remember one year I brought them 250 presents. Each child had 25 presents. When they were opening these things up, you didn't see any kind of disability. You just saw children being children. And I mean, they had all sorts of disabilities. And that's what gives us the joy. We walk out of there and we're sitting there like, this wasn't a house of like pain or suffering. This was children having fun. That was my goal. These kids, they suffer all year. No kid should be suffering like that. So my goal is to give them one day or a whole bunch where they don't have to worry. One child that I had, he had they call it butterfly syndrome, where his skin is very tender. You have to wrap him. I brought him a whole bunch of presents, and it's very brutal, and he's going through a tough time right now. His mother called me up. He was going for skin grafts in Cincinnati 2 days later. She called me up the day before and says, you know, Brian doesn't care about his pain and what he's going through. He's worrying about what toys to bring with him. And that to me, and tell you the truth, every one of the children I had in the last 24 years, they all been in remission.
That's amazing.
So
Before we
Maybe-
run out of time, lead up to your video because I want to make sure your video
Yeah,
gets
I
done
wanna-
before we,
I have. I made a video up. Every year I try to update it more and put the new children in there. But it's a video that I had made. It's sort of my theme song for the children. It's called "Thank God for Kids." I'm singing the song on the video, and this gives you a brief idea of all the children that I have had throughout the last 24 years. And if that doesn't inspire you to go out and pay it forward to some other charity or to somebody, I don't know what will. I'm not just asking for myself because, I've been doing what I can, but for everybody else, if you see something that you want to give to a charity go ahead and do it, because I tell you right now, the enjoyment that you see, it's not matched anywhere. You would not believe the feeling that you have after you do it. Like you asked me what the feeling is. I'm glad I had a beard on, because the tears come down my eyes. I started the last 3 years of growing the beard now to be a regular bearded Santa, not the
Right.
fake one. And so I start growing it now until December. Then right after Christmas Eve, I shave it all off.
Right. Bob, we can play that video?
If it weren't for kids, have you ever thought there wouldn't be no Santa Claus? Look what the stork just brought, thank God for kids. We all lived in a quiet house without Big Bird or a Mickey Mouse. Kool-Aid on the couch, thank God for kids. Thank God for kids, there's magic for a while. A special kind of sunshine in a smile. Do you ever stop to think or wonder why? The nearest thing to heaven is a child. Daddy, how does this thing fly? 100 of the where's and why? I really don't know, but I'll try. Thank God for kids. I look down in those trusting eyes, look to me and I realize there's love that I can't buy. Thank God for kids. Thank God for kids, there's magic for a while. Special kind of sunshine in a smile. Do you ever stop to think or wonder why? The nearest thing to heaven is a child. When you get down on your knees tonight, thank the Lord for His guiding light. Pray they'll turn out right. Thank God for kids. Thank God for kids.
All right, what a video, huh?
It's choked up a
You
little, right?
absolutely, you are something else. Oh my God.
I know we put the call out before. We helped Paul hit his goal with to save the kitties and stuff like
Yes,
that when
yes.
he had the it wasn't a GoFundMe, but it was the Facebook charity thing. It was
yeah.
similar to that. So I'm putting the call out to you guys now. What do you take the gifts itself, or you take money?
I take the cash donations, or they can either go on my email me if they want to donate, and I'll give them the address what they can do at djjoeymongoose@aol.com, or they go on my Facebook page and they could contact me there as Joey Nuccio. That's and they could contact, and if they want to send donation, if they want to give gifts like toys and all, that's good too, because I have another charity I also branch off. It's my friend Gerard Schrang's charity. His wife collects a whole bunch of presents and brings them up to children that are sick upstate New York. So whatever I get on gift one, I go and they could drop those off at my bar on Friday nights where I DJ.
Okay.
So this way we pay for two places.
So there you go. If you have a gift or cash, please send it Joey's way. If 1,000 people give $5, that's $5,000, and that would go a long way.
Hey, whatever.
So-
Every penny goes to a charity that we're going to be doing, and if I have more than my goal, then I take that and I use it for other charities for the other kids. If I could pick out another child, I'll pick out another child and make 2 visits. And like I said, this year is my last year doing that. But then as the years after that, I'm going to do like my charity for my friend
Right.
Gerard or any other children, and then whatever charity my bike club has too. We go up to Stony Brook to the Burn Center. I'll collect toys and all, because they get a lot of toys during Christmas. Then they run out by the time the
Right.
summertime comes. So if I could collect toys and money like that, I'll give them more toys so they always have it too for the children's ward at the hospital.
So let's make his last year
Let's
his best
make
year.
it really special.
That'd
Yeah.
be great. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I love it.
I'm like speechless right now. I'm like really sorry guys, that video, you do amazing work.
Thank you.
I mean, those kids are going to remember that.
That's
like
it.
Oh,
All my friends remember that all the time. I always
Beautiful,
try to bring different
beautiful.
people to come to experience that. It gives you a Christmas you're never going to forget.
yeah. I'm sure we could all rally together and really make this year a big deal.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. That's
Now
really...
we got a couple of minutes left, so let's try to round it off with Halloween again. What's your favorite horror movie?
Oh, God.
My favorite horror movie.
I know it's hard to pick one. I
that,
can't pick one.
that wasn't
I'm
like
just
a,
trying. I'm
you
trying to
didn't round
break it
You're
up a
just
little
like,
bit.
I like it. I just like the concept of it.
Do you like the new one?
I like the new one. I do. They were close to the book, which I really enjoyed. Movie that scared me when I was a kid. It was a low budget movie called Horror Hotel, just because I couldn't not stand the chanting. It was very eerie, about Salem witches and all. That was kind
Nice.
of. Those are probably my 2 ones that give me. The Exorcist, absolutely, that's everybody's favorite.
I won't
It's
watch
scary.
it. I
You
will
know,
not watch
it's
it.
funny, when that movie came out, it was considered the scariest movie of all
Right.
time. Church attendance hit all-time
Yeah,
highs.
yeah.
Everyone was so petrified. Now, if you show it to a kid, they laugh at it.
No.
It's a joke.
Nope,
to
I
them.
But I
won't watch
won't,
it.
because of that movie, I won't keep a Ouija board in my house.
I will not watch that movie.
You watch like Walking Dead or anything
I
like
like
that?
Walking Dead. I like zombie movies.
Alex,
I don't
Hence
know
the
why-
fact that
I'll
why
tell
we
ya,
do that.
I like last season. I like this season so far. I think everyone just
Yeah.
wants that instant gratification, just kill everything, and
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Building stories. I thought Alfred Hitchcock was one of the best because he didn't show you anything
Absolutely.
really.
Right, yeah.
He built the storyline and let you
Yeah.
scare yourself.
Psycho, you never saw any kind of blade hit the skin or
No,
anything like
it's
that.
funny because people swear they do, but if
Yeah,
you watch
no.
it,
No, if you
see him
watch
doing
it.
this for a while,
Yeah.
and then when they show it, just there's not one mark on it,
Not
and
one.
you see the knife hitting the sideways, actually,
Yep.
which to me was actually
all the blood was
ruining it.
chocolate syrup.
Yeah.
Chocolate
'Cause
syrup.
it's
That's
black and
like
white, they can get away with
favorite
it.
thing.
Yeah.
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 I thought that's brilliant.
And as far as new things, before we, you turned me on to The Haunting of Hill House.
How great is
That's
that?
an awesome show if you haven't seen it.
I have to go check that out.
You
I
have to
want
check it out.
Yeah.
It's not terrifying, but it's good. It's
Couple
a
good jump
good-
scares in there
There's
for
definitely,
people,
but
but-
I mean, they're jump scares that I could handle, and as I
Yeah.
said, pretty confidently in the beginning
Nice
of the
twist.
show that I don't like jump scares. I like these jump scares.
Yeah.
There's such a great story, such a great twist. I don't want to say too much, but that's something you should. It's like a series.
Right.
So I binged it in like 2 days. Excellent.
The Nun was good. It had a lot of jump scares in it.
Didn't see it.
Yeah, that was.
Certain things I'm big onto, like spooky, creepy. Like I love Vincent Price movies.
Right.
I love Hitchcock. I like the Universal monsters. Huge fan of the Universal monsters. Dracula, Creature from Black Lagoon, werewolves. Like that's the kind of stuff that I like.
Favorite cartoon, I have a favorite comic one is Abbott and Costello.
I love Abbott Costello.
With Frankenstein.
I
That's
watched
the best
Meet
one.
the Monsters the other
That's
day.
it.
That's my favorite one.
Unfortunately, we are out of time now. I want to thank Joey for coming in.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
so
having
much.
me.
Again, please
Thank
share all that stuff to
you.
my Facebook. We're going to push it out. We're
Absolutely.
going to make this the best Christmas.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much. Thank you for having
Yeah.
me.
And
You
make
guys
sure you
are
tune in
wonderful.
next
Thank you for
week.
being
Check
here.
out the other shows here, especially in the
Yeah.
case of Cyclone. You like your fight stuff.
Yes.
And next week's going to be a surprise guest.
I'll miss you guys. 2 weeks. All right, and then I'll be back
We'll see you next week.
forever.
Bye bye now.